Hello everybody, Trackmasters Lionel Trains back again, and today we have a bit of a layout update and some new stuff that's went on added to the railway. First thing we're going to go first is on the 2056. I recently got a new boilerplate for the front. As you can see, the two marker lights on there, so that looks nice. I'm going to try to work on getting a 6466W whistle tender, one of the New York Central style type tenders, and save that tender there for the turbine. Next thing we have is this crane thing I made. It was I think like a knockoff of an erector set. I've always liked the old erector sets. I may try to do something with those type of sets if I try to do something else down the road. Maybe have some automated stuff with a couple of Lionel pieces. Now another thing is, you will notice this switch here. This is an 027. Now you're probably thinking, wait a minute, you put 027 track with O gauge track? Yes, I did. Let me move these back. And it works perfectly well. Now, I was thinking about getting an 020, I think it's an 021 switch. Whatever it is. The O gauge actual switches, but I'm thinking, well, you know what, since I have these 027 switches, the tracks are small enough to make a small little siding. Why don't I just use those? So I had to rewire the electro switch, the actual switch itself. Run wires to the connector, run it to the lever on the control panel, and then what I did was I was saying, well, I need some way to uncouple cars if I'm going to do some switching. Well, what I did was I found these two 027 uncoupling tracks, hooked that one up there so I can uncouple the car, and it just fits in the siding. I may extend the siding into the tunnel, I don't know for sure, but it just fits two of these small box cars to uncouple, and then I have this uncoupling track here, and they are wired simultaneously, so the minute I push the button, both electronic magnets uncouple. Now again, I've never tested this or done this. I hope it doesn't burn up the magnets, but we'll see. We'll give it time. But I do like this method because I don't have to which switch is what. I can just press the button and both magnets work. So you're probably thinking, okay, what happened to the automatic milk station right over here? It's kind of silly for the milk car to be stationed in the middle of nowhere. And I'm thinking, well, I got this factory. I'd like to unload cars there, but I can't because of the curve and how long the platform is. So I was thinking, well, you know what, just turn it into a milk factory, have the milk car unload there, and it does work. And I wired it up to an actual push button. So no UCS controller. No piddling with that anymore, because I found out the strips of metal inside were shorting out and arcing. So no more of that, just hooked it to a switch. Now the uncoupling track does work, and the button does too at the same time. So again, it's interesting, but I like how this looks. It looks way better for the camera. It looks more industrial. Plus I got these my little covered cars there lined up. I do want to get some more cream ones, get a line of cream ones, and put some, like, maybe put a decal of a Lionel logo on there, or get some of the cream ones and paint them up actually white all the way and make them actual milk vans, carrying vans. It transfers to the train, goes to the factory to be pasteurized or whatever, and then comes out into the vans and goes on to other towns. So it gives a little bit of more industry to the railway. So yeah, that's really about it. I do like this section here. I do like it a lot, and I'm glad I could do a little bit more switching. I do want to try to get some of the Lionel, I think the 3464 operating boxcars with the little guy inside and he opens the door. That's probably what's going to go on this siding here, is the ATSF and the New York Central, to replace those two boxcars there, or just leave those there and extend the siding out. I don't know. So yeah, I do like this a lot. Also, another thing you may notice on this is the ties. Now these are not like the O gauge ties, as you can see. The two variation of ties right there, O27 and the O gauge ties. These are not the O gauge ties cut down. They are a completely different deal, which I didn't really know how many I would have to have. So many, in fact, that I did this part of this O27 track and the loop of O27 track on the mountain railway, which I still need to glue these down. And so much, in fact, that I have my own little lumber yard right there. Still stacks of those wooden ties. So I'll figure out somewhere to move them. I have been wanting a lumber yard, so I may turn that space into a little lumber yard area for the railroad. So yeah. Now let's get to running trains. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. And tell me down in the comment section what you think of all the updates. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.